That's an 8x10 O-Wear tarp, REI bivy sack with a Thermarest air mattress and a 0-degree Thermarest sleeping bag inside, a Go Light pack, and Xander. This is how I like to carry water, generally in a 2-liter bottle, for several reasons, and I'll show you in just a second. That's a Sawyer water filter. They have smaller ones now, but I got mine a while ago. They may have had the minis, but I got a deal on that from REI. 2-liter bottles make a great improvised bowl for the dog, or even for me. This Sawyer filter actually screws right onto the top of a 2-liter bottle, so you can filter your water this way, which is really nice. If your 2-liter bottle is crunched down and you can't get the rest of the water out of it, go ahead and fill it up with air, put the top on it, then turn it upside down, and it'll be easy to squeeze more water out of it. 2-liter bottles are not bulletproof, but they're fairly resistant, and they hold up pretty well, for at least for a period of time. Eventually they'll start cracking and things like that, but they're pretty easy to come across. Another thing I like about the 2-liter bottle is most times when you carry water, you can hear it sloshing around in there. You can, sorry, I'm trying to hold this with one hand and go with the other. At any rate, squeeze the air out of it, if I can do this with one hand. It's now more compact, and you don't have any sloshing sound, which is great for OPSEC, I guess, if you had this inside of a bag. I don't really worry about it though. I'm not slaying any zombies or raiding any enemy encampments. Another thing you can do is fashion a piece of paracord around here, and just with a slip knot, and tighten it up down around this bottom lip, and carry it around your neck and under your arm, and it holds okay. It will slip out sometimes, and I can tell you, if you don't have on a heavy coat or something thick, this paracord is going to chew you to death. Into a minnow trap or a crawfish trap. Here in the state of Virginia, you just cut the top of the bottle off, slip it back inside, punch a few holes, run some paracord around it, punch some holes around the bottle to let water get into it. Drop your bait right in there with some weight, and tie a string to it, toss it in the creek, and you're good to go. Which I didn't cut this very well. They usually fit a little bit better, but with some paracord that wouldn't go anywhere. Actually, here in the state of Virginia, in order to catch crayfish out of the creek, the opening on your trap needs to be less than an inch, which I saw on a YouTube video about making these crawfish traps, that they're about 7/8. It's close to an inch in size. So it's actually within the legal limit in the state of Virginia, and it is legal to catch crayfish for bait or to eat, which I like to eat them if it's from a clean source. You can keep up to 50, and you have to have a fishing license or a dip net license. When you see the dollar signs, you know it's good. Shaken, not stirred. I do have the capability of boiling water. This is a Toke 750 milliliter titanium cup. It works out pretty well. It comes with this handy little stuff sack. I added a bail to it and put it in this fashion, so these little bat wings, in case they would cause it to tip one way or the other, maybe it would minimize it. I just drilled 2 holes and used a bent coat hanger to fit in there. And this little titanium cup, actually, I just put a bandana in there to grab those bat wings if they're hot. And it's also good for carrying one of these little butane canisters. This is my stove and fuel. It's an MSR Whisper Light. It will actually bring water to a boil very quickly. Not quite as fast as a jet boil, but still pretty quick. These are my sources of ignition. As you can see, I have a Zippo lighter there, little case for it, which this case actually came with a snap on the back of it. It is made in the USA, and I like that. But the snap kept coming unsnapped, so I super glued it shut and just slide it over my belt loop. I got that off of Amazon. It came from China. It took about a month to get here, but it was very cheap, and it throws pretty good sparks. And just a little light my fire. I got it at Sportsman's Warehouse. Some extra flints for the Zippo and some Zippo lighter fuel. Also for cooking, I have this little grill. I actually just acquired this, haven't had a chance to use it yet. Got it at Sportsman's Warehouse and just cut it down with some wire snips. Down on the end, they're still a little sharp. I should file them down. They could definitely poke a hole in a 2-liter bottle. Here are some of my tools. I have over here, it's a little Fisker's trowel, which is actually pretty doggone heavy. I would like to have found a folding trowel, but I do like that sharp edge on it and everything. It's quite nice. I just have a little more knife here, which the spine on it's too rounded to catch a spark on a ferro rod, which that's kind of a bummer. I'm actually hoping to get a new knife next month. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of money on it. And this is a Gransfors Brooks small forest axe, which I love. That's a new acquisition. I love that. We have a Baco Laplander and a little case for it that goes on my belt that I got from the Pathfinder store, and my little Gerber dime. This Laplander works really well. Yeah, a Silky's a little bit better, but it's a little more awkward. That fits right on my belt, and even if I just have a small pack, I can carry that. This Gerber dime actually has tweezers, which is nice. It's got scissors and a cutting blade and a little screwdriver and a small file, and it folds out into pliers, which the pliers work pretty well. I'm really not happy with the knife blades on it because they fold back. It's kind of weak. I used to have a Leatherman squirt. I was actually much happier with that. And here's my Go-Lite Jam 50. It's actually fully packed except for the rain fly, and ready to go. Food and everything's in there. It works out pretty good. My small forest axe fits right in the side with the grill, which I'll need to get a cover for once I start using it on a fire. For now, I've got some Ziploc freezer bags. I think it'll fit in there. I can work something out with it until I can find something. And it's a Jam 50. It doesn't have any type of frame to it. You know, it's a Go-Lite. Got my sitting pad and my Nalgene there on the outside. I keep the 5x7 tarp close to the top in case it starts raining, as well as my rain pants. And there it is, covered with the rain fly, which actually works out pretty well. It's not real beautiful or anything, but it serves my purpose. It's a very light pack. It carries well for not having a frame, I think, and it works out well for me. One of the other things that I carry is a pair of Marmot Precip pants, rain pants. They go on right over your pants. I would love to have a pair of Fial Ravens, which I don't think they're actually completely waterproof, but they're very nice pants. I would love to have a pair. I just don't have $200.